In the Lyman direction, reconnaissance drones once again spot movement. A group of Russian soldiers is seen carrying small fuel canisters by hand, heading toward a ruined structure. One drone is dispatched without hesitation. Its target a soldier, clutching a canister moving along the wall's edge toward a lone tree for cover. He runs with urgency, eyes fixed on the shadows ahead. But the drone is faster. Before shelter can be reached, the strike lands cleanly. In modern warfare, even the act of resupply becomes a risk. The line between transport and exposure is measured in seconds. On a concrete road in the Donetsk region, a lone Russian soldier runs at full speed, glancing back every few steps. Behind him, a Ukrainian FPV drone hovers low, tracking his movement. As the drone descends, something unexpected happens. The soldier manages to grab it midair. Somehow it doesn't detonate. Clutching the inactive drone, he keeps running, breath-ragged fear and exhaustion mixed. Minutes pass. His pace slows. Then his grip loosens, and the device slips from his hands. The silence that follows feels heavier than the chase itself. In a quiet rural field, a man dressed in civilian clothes was seen examining a damaged drone. It remains unclear whether he found it by chance or intended to take it with him. Placing it carefully on his motorcycle, he prepared to leave. Moments later, the device activated remotely. The sudden detonation turned a curious find into a fatal miscalculation. Even discarded drones can hold hidden risks on the modern battlefield. On a dirt path near a ruined village, a Russian soldier sprints toward the remains of a collapsed house. Behind him, an FPV drone closes in its camera, fixed on the moving target. The first strike misses, leaving a trail of dust. The soldier dives through a shattered doorway, believing he's safe. But the drone follows, patient and precise. For the hunted cover is never enough. Across an open meadow near the front, a Russian officer carries a wounded comrade on his back. Step by step, he moves through the grass, his pace heavy but steady. Above them, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone quietly records the moment. When he finally reaches a field team, he lowers the soldier to safety and steps aside. In war, even acts of rescue unfold under the constant eye of the sky. Modern drones capture not only destruction, but every human decision made in the field. In the eastern sector, Ukraine's Flying Skull Battalion targets a Russian towed artillery unit in motion. One soldier aboard attempts to return fire, but the response is too late. The strike lands with precision, leaving no chance to recover. In the forests along the Sumy direction, Ukrainian Special Operations Forces carry out a deep raid behind enemy lines. It begins with a small reconnaissance drone silently mapping the terrain. The feed reveals movement cover and weak points. Moments later, the team advances. Operators spread out, taking positions guided by the drone's intel. Light machine guns open fire, sweeping through brush and cover with controlled bursts. Targets scatter. From a distance, Ukrainian snipers join the assault. One shot at a time, they clear key positions. The owl. On a dirt road in the Donetsk region, a lone Russian soldier crawls forward, drained and motionless. Each movement is slow, his eyes shifting back in fear of what follows. The FPV drone above watches patiently, hovering just out of reach. Moments pass in silence before it descends, locking on its target. The strike ends the pursuit. What began as exhaustion ends in quiet finality. Near a tree line on the Donetsk front, 3 Russian soldiers appeared exhausted, moving slowly along the forest's edge. Their posture suggested they were retreating after a failed assault. Overhead, a reconnaissance drone tracked them in silence. An FPV was launched and locked onto the trailing pair. The blast forced the lead soldier to stop. He glanced back, hesitated, then chose to keep walking. As he neared an abandoned house, another drone blocked his path. The first strike left him stunned in open terrain. A final drone arrived shortly after and completed the mission. On this battlefield, hesitation often comes at a price. Across an open field near Donetsk, 2 Russian soldiers struggled to lift their wounded comrade onto a motorcycle. Every movement was slow, deliberate, marked by exhaustion. Overhead, a Ukrainian FPV drone observed in silence, tracking their effort but never striking. The men rode off through the dust, unaware that every second had been watched from above. In this moment, the drone remained an observer, not an executioner. Along the edge of a shattered forest, 4 Russian soldiers advanced slowly, their steps cautious yet exposed. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone tracked them from above, feeding coordinates to an FPV unit nearby. The first strike hit the lead soldier without warning. The second, hiding behind debris, triggered concealed electronic mines, revealing his position. Within moments, the area turned into a trap. 1 soldier ran into the open field, only to be intercepted mid-run. The last, hidden beneath the branches of a fallen tree, was eliminated with precision. The engagement ended quickly, showing how coordination between drones and automated defenses dominates the modern battlefield. At dawn, in the Lyman direction, a fiber-optic FPV drone from Ukraine's Signum Battalion begins its run. Ahead, 2 Russian soldiers ride side by side on motorcycles, cutting across open ground. The drone adjusts, locks in, and strikes without warning. Moments later, another target appears. A soldier hidden inside the shell of a delivery van disguised as a bread truck. But the drone sees more than camouflage. It pierces through the illusion. The second hit follows, precise and silent. Across a wide grass field, a Russian soldier opens fire toward an incoming FPV drone. His aim is steady, but the drone closes too fast. The impact leaves him crawling forward, exhausted and disoriented. A second drone follows, finishing what the first began. Nearby, another soldier raises his weapon, firing at a descending drone, but failing to connect before being neutralized. The last man, gripped by fear, breaks into a run toward the tree line, hoping the forest will save him. It doesn't. Every move is visible from above, every breath tracked, until silence returns to the field.